I'm doing this because Canada is the best country in the world, but it still could be even better. I am going to be completely focused on getting our economy back on track. This is no time for politics as usual. No, it's not the time for lifelong politicians such as Pierre Poilievre.
So Mark Carney has put in his bid to be the interim prime minister and the leader of the Liberal Party. And you're thinking, nobody could be worse than Justin Trudeau, right? Well, what if Mark Carney is worse than Justin Trudeau? We're going to talk about this right now on Born with Purpose. Hey, welcome to Born with Purpose. I'm your host, D.A. Bourne, and now you're thinking, Born with Purpose? I thought this channel was breaking mediocrity. Well, check my last video and I'll tell you the reason for the name change. I'm excited about it. If you're watching for the first time, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and trying to get to that next level with this channel. So whatever you could do will be greatly appreciated. All right, Mark Carney. He is now put in his bid to run for the Liberal leader. Obviously, we know that once you're the Liberal leader, you are going to be the interim prime minister until there is an election date. And Mark Carney has put in his bid. Now, some people are probably happy because they're like, anybody that is running has got to be better than Justin Trudeau, right? Well, the question is he more dangerous than Justin Trudeau? But before we get into that, let's look at the clip where he was on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart the day before he announced his bid to become interim prime minister.
A surprise late-night appearance.
Former governor of the Bank of Canada and Bank of England. Please welcome to the program, Mark Carney. Sir!
A Liberal leadership contender who's avoided interviews on Canadian TV, now teasing his bid to become Liberal leader on a popular American show.
Have you offered yourself as leader?
I just started thinking about it when you brought it up.
But sources say Mark Carney's mind is made up. And on Thursday, he's expected to launch his campaign to replace Justin Trudeau.
But let's say the candidate wasn't part of the government. Let's say the candidate did have a lot of economic experience. Let's say the candidate did deal with crises. Let's say the candidate had a plan to deal with the challenges in the here and now.
Sneaky, you're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Outsider, you actually believe that? No, we don't believe that because he was the informal advisor to Justin Trudeau. He was Trudeau's main advisor during the pandemic. Now let that sink in. During the pandemic, where Justin Trudeau was very strict on Canadians to get rid of the virus. And he pushed the vaccines, and he's the one responsible for the convoy that took place and the mishandling of it and the freezing of the accounts. All these things that went on. Who do you think, now that we know he was the informal advisor to Trudeau, obviously Mark Carney was behind all of that. He was giving Trudeau advice during his run. Since 2020, he's been giving Justin Trudeau advice. All right? This guy's the governor of Bank of Canada and the former governor of Bank of Canada and the Bank of England. Now, my thing with Mark Carney is that there was rumors out there that he was family of billions of dollars. But looking at back, doing my research, the article where people brought that from, it was misquoted. It was obviously, he was talking about he replaced Bloomberg, and Bloomberg is from a family of billions. So Mark Carney is rich. He's not wealthy rich. All right. He's estimated net worth around $5 to $10 million. But let's get back on track here, Mark Carney. All right. So we know that Mark Carney has been helping Trudeau make decisions all this time. Mark Carney is among the rich. And the thing that is crazy is that he is determined to tax the rich if he's elected. He wants to tax the rich. He wants to tax the wealthy. Now, why would someone who is rich want to tax the wealthy in order to make the middle class better? I don't know what it is. I still don't agree taxing rich is how we get better economy. I just believe if you tax the rich, what do the rich do? The rich find ways to get loopholes. And what do? They raise prices. And then at the same time, what happens is that the middle class still suffers anyway when the riches get taxed. But anyway, I don't want to get off topic here. Mark Carney, reason why I say that he is worse than Justin Trudeau is because Mark Carney is smarter than Justin Trudeau. Mark Carney is literally a smart Justin Trudeau. And we know what the damages Justin Trudeau did to Canada and where it's at now. You put Mark Carney up there, and this is a guy with financial knowledge. He knows more about finances than I'll ever know in my lifetime. So just think of it as this. He will make decisions. He will implement bills and all that stuff. And he will give, because of his financial knowledge, it will sound so wise. It will sound so credible that you think that he's doing things different than Justin Trudeau. But in the meat, he's doing things the same or worse. Because when you got knowledge and when you got wisdom like a Mark Carney and you have the same agenda as Justin Trudeau, think of all the damage that can be done. So yeah, he comes with a very, based on what you watched on Jon Stewart, he has that personality. He has charisma, I don't know, whatever. But I also question Justin Trudeau's charisma. That's probably why Justin Trudeau was in power for so long, his charisma. But he's dangerous. He's dangerous because he knows a lot. But if you have Justin Trudeau's agenda plus financial wisdom, what do you think is going to happen? Anyway, and also, things have been leaked out. Obviously, a picture was leaked out earlier this week about years ago. Him and his wife were hanging out with, I can't remember the lady's name, but she is the wife of Jeffrey Epstein, the late Jeffrey Epstein, and we all know what he was up to. We don't know too much about Mark Carney, like in terms of his lifestyle, what he's involved with, but he ain't someone I can trust. Matter of fact, is there anybody in the Liberal Party that you can trust, to be honest? Anybody who you think is gonna be able to bring the Liberal leadership and keep them in power? So let's look at the other two candidates who are thinking of running as well. We got Chrystia Freeland, who stepped down from the party not too long ago. Well, not stepped down from the party, stepped down as finance minister and deputy prime minister, and now she wants to be in the running. She is saying that if she becomes interim prime minister, she's going to get rid of the carbon tax. What a great way to get more votes, right? Well, when Trudeau passed out the carbon tax, did Chrystia Freeland have a problem with it? Obviously, she agreed with what went down. How can you trust any of these people? And then another nominee that is supposed to be running is also Karina Gold. She is the leader of the government of the House of Commons, young, 37 years old. She probably has less controversy on her plate. Anything, she probably is the cleanest of the three candidates. However, it's the Liberal Party. It's the Liberal Party. But getting back to Carney, right? One quote that one of the MPs stated about Mark Carney, and I find this kind of laughable. He says, "Cost of living is one big challenge that Canadians in my riding have addressed. And I think Mr. Carney has a plan to deal with those kitchen table issues, but also a bold plan to deal with President-elect Trump and the tariff threat that he's bringing forward. And most importantly, a plan for the future, a vision for Canada. We need great Canadians like Mr. Carney to step in and lead, and I'm so proud he has now stepped up into this race." Cost of living is one big challenge that Canadians have been. Why is all of a sudden cost of living such a big issue now? When you and Trudeau and all the Liberal Party is the reason why cost of living is such an issue now. And we expect you to all of a sudden step in and fix it. This is just like when Kamala Harris was running in the US and she said, "Oh, I'm going to fix the border problem and I'm going to do this and we're going to, cut down inflation and all that stuff." But you could do it now. Why aren't you doing it now? Well, at the time she was running. Anyway, this is what we have in store. I don't feel good, but then again, I don't really feel great about the Liberal Party anyway. I feel that this is still Pierre's to lose. However, if Mark Carney gets elected as interim PM, it's going to be a more challenging election for him because Mark Carney is a smart dude. Trudeau wasn't very smart, and it will be a battle in terms of how you are going to get people who've been Liberal supporters so long to come over and join you when they feel that Mark Carney can do the job. But this is a thing we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I want to know your thoughts on this. Mark Carney, is he good enough to replace Justin Trudeau as interim prime minister? Do you think he's better than Justin Trudeau? Do you think the Liberals actually have a chance to gain more seats, gain more power, and retain their power in the government to repeat as winners of the election? I want to know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe to Born with Purpose. And until then, I'm your host, D.A. Born, and I know we got more to talk about this. But until then, I'm out. God bless. Peace.